What's going on, Born for Sports? It is officially game week one. We are a couple of days away from the Giants kickoff of the season of 2024. The NFL is already starting. You got the Chiefs and Ravens tonight. But I want to talk about this game, man. I want to preview this game. And, this is going to be an interesting start to the season. Giants look like they're pretty healthy for this game, and the Vikings look like they're getting healthier, and we're going to get to that in a minute. But it looks like the Giants are going to get a full throttle of what the Vikings can bring, because news came out today that Addison is likely going to play. So the Vikings are going to have their two top receivers. No Hawkinson, but they're going to have their two top receivers, and this is going to be a test for the Giants in week one. But I'm feeling good about this game, and I'm going to give you guys the keys that I think are to win this game, okay? Because the Giants, we all know it's imperative that the Giants start off this season on a good start. They can't go 0-3 or 1-4, none of that. This schedule gets tougher after week two. It's well documented. If you've been watching this channel, been talking about it. The first two games, the Giants need these two wins to come out the gate if they want to have a good start to the season and not have to have an uphill climb before Halloween. So, listen, this week is 1 week at a time. We're going to get into that right now. Now, here are my 4 keys to win this game, I believe, if the Giants are going to win on Sunday. Number 4 key is point of attack. O-line versus the Vikings front seven and blitzes. Brian Flores is a very good defensive coordinator. He has a good reputation when he was the head coach, even with Miami, with New England, and now with Minnesota. He actually made their defense a lot better last season when he came over there with McConnell, who's a good coach. Brian Flores likes to get after it, and even though they don't have Danielle Hunter, he's going to have some exotic things that the Giants are going to have to be prepared for, and especially with Daniel Jones, a rusty Daniel Jones, which we'll get to in a moment. But yes, the Giants' offensive line, they've talked about all season. They wanted to get better at point of attack, which they needed to. 85 flipping sacks last year. Enough said. I believe it's improved. They've made the changes. Evan Neal is not starting at right tackle now, so they are going with their best 5 guys, which is the right thing to do, especially for Daniel Jones. So the Giants' offensive line, they have to establish an identity, and it starts on Sunday. They got to attack. They got to open up holes for Singletary in this running game. I think they're going to feature him a lot early in the season, especially with Daniel Jones working through the rust. I believe they have to hold it down up front. If they can play as well as they did, the starting unit at that I saw in the preseason, I think the Giants are in good shape. I think they're an improved unit, and I think it starts week one. They have to take care of that defensive line, I should say, and those front 7 blitzes that Brian Flores is going to bring, because that's what he does. I don't think anyone used more zero blitz packages than Brian Flores did last year for the Minnesota Vikings, so expect a lot of that coming Sunday. Now, my third key is going to be Daniel Jones, obviously. No turnovers, and he must take deep shots downfield when they are given to him. Now, like I said in my previous key, Brian Flores likes to blitz. He's going to have some pressures. He's going to have some looks that the Giants are going to have to be ready for. When those blitzes come, what does that mean? Well, that means there's matchups out there to win. And with these weapons that the Giants have now at receiver, with Malik Nabers, with Darius Slayton, with Hyatt, Wandell, who I think can eat in this game as well, he is going to have to take his shots. Daniel Jones, we all know the deal. Turnovers were a big bugaboo in that game he played in the preseason. Well, he's coming off now 3 weeks of not playing now when Sunday comes. So that's a lot of rust to deal with. He still has to play mistake-free, turnover-free football. Don't give this offense of Minnesota short fields, okay? They don't have every weapon in tight. and Sam Darnold's their quarterback. Don't make it easy on them and putting our defense in a bad position in short fields to make it easier for them to score on us. I believe Jones has to play no turnover football. That's a Captain Obvious statement, but my biggest thing is he has to take his deep shots when they're there. Flores' defense will give him opportunities to do that. Now, my second key is the Giants secondary, obviously, versus Jefferson and Addison. Listen, Justin Jefferson, he's too good. You're not going to completely stop him, but there's always ways that you can contain him, and you're going to have to try to contain him. And I know the last time we played him, Adoree Jackson played a very big role in that, and they contained him. However, we just re-signed Adoree. It's unfair to put him in that position and expect him to all of a sudden just lock down who might be the best receiver in football his first game with no training camp and probably out of football shape. No, this is Deonte Banks' job. This is why he was a first-round pick. He's got to be up to the task, and I hope he is, and I think he will be. And also with the addition of Addison playing now, listen, CB2 room is a question mark. That was the reason why they brought Adoree back. McLeod, I'm not sold on him. I'm not a fan, but he's going to get his chances. Adoree's going to get his chances. I also think they're going to use Addison a lot in the slot, which means our rookie cornerback, Mr. Phillips, Andre Phillips, he's going to have to be up to the task. It's his first game. There's going to be ups and downs with rookie corners. We all know that. But he's a fighter, and I think he has that dog in him, and I think he'll be ready. So the Giants secondary has to contain Jefferson and not let Darnold go crazy and getting that ball out like that. Okay, that's my number 2 key. Now, my number 1 key to win this game, I believe, for the Giants defensive line. They have to win the trenches. We talked about it all season. I believe they're going to be the best defensive line in the NFC East. Well, this is the time to establish that. They got to make sure that they dominate up front. They got to win the trenches, stop the run. We all know the deal. Wink is gone. Bowen is here. The emphasis is to stop the run. Okay? You stop the run and you make Sam Darnold beat you. And you know what? If they do that, I like our chances because we all know the struggle Sam Darnold has as a quarterback since he entered the league. I liked him in college, but he had not translated in the NFL. And you know what? The Giants' defensive line and front seven should have their way for the most part on Sunday. They got to do it because if they don't, they're going to don't give Darnold too much time. He's going to find those great receivers like Justin Jefferson and solid receivers like Addison. You can't have him get confidence. You can't do that, man. It's a big deal. So Thibodeau, Burns, Dex, it's time to get after it. Okereke, it's time to get after it. And I think the Giants will be up to the task. So my prediction in the final score is going to be the Giants 19, Vikings 17. I think, with Addison playing, I think it's going to be a closer game now. I really feel like the Giants had all the matchups ready, especially now that Hockenson is on PUP. He wasn't going to play, but now Addison's going to play. I think that's going to be a matchup the Giants are going to have to watch out because I think Jefferson, they're going to give a lot of attention to him. They got Aaron Jones running the ball for them. I think the Giants defense will stop the run for the most part, but I believe the Giants will win this game if those keys happen. Giants 19, Vikings 17. That's my prediction. And you know what? I'll be at MetLife and I can't wait. It's going to be electric. Week 1, can y'all feel it? I know y'all can feel it. Let's go Giants, baby. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Born for Sports.